boy, this is gonna get good. Go and grab your popcorn, y'all. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Now, as y'all know, they done kicked Joe to the curb. They say we're defeated. We can't win with you, buddy. We got a new candidate. And hey, we're gonna pull the race card, the gender card, all the way to November. Black. Is she black? Black. She's a woman. Oh boy. So these last 72 hours, this last week of July of 2024, all we've heard is the race card, and it's sick, man. They want us divided. You know, the hatred, man. It's sad. This is their only hope. But in this video, a black man, and they're on a Zoom call with a lot of people, women, other men, but this black man destroys this black woman who admits that she's voting for Kamala Harris because she is a black woman, nothing else. And it's sad that we care more about the race than policies. Let me give me a swallow of this water. Oh, this is fun to get good. This is fun to get good. Lost, man. Our generation, and I think she's in her late 20s, 30s. I don't know. Wouldn't say I don't claim y'all. I'm just being honest, man. I'm 24. I don't claim. Yeah. But a lot of people don't think I'm 24. Yeah, I'm 24. I know sometimes I look 18 or 16 on this video, and then when my beard gets scruffed up and when my beard fully grows out, I look like I'm 40, 50. I know. But I'm 24, man. But yeah, I think she is in her late 20s or something like that. She might be 25 or 26, close to my age, but she looks young. But boy, watch her get completely destroyed. And huge shout out to AD, man. I will leave the original link in the description box down below. You know, huge shout out to this fella, man. He is very wise, very smart. You know, and y'all people need to wake up, man. People need to get that hatred out their heart. But again, some people just can't come back because they're so glued to the mainstream media. They run with the first thing they see. You know, these social media platforms, they run with the first thing they see, whether if it's false or not, false or true. They run with it.
Okay, so Paige, you pro woman. I got to hear what you got to say, y'all.
I am pro woman, but in this situation, I don't think that she's going to win. I think it's good for entertainment and us women and black women at that. But as far as you men, black, whatever color, I don't think y'all are going to allow it. I don't think y'all are. And I think y'all are going to band together with your votes and vote against her. That's what I think.
Would you vote for? Let me ask you a question. Would you vote for?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm going to just be real honest with this. She's a black woman.
Yeah.
Right there, y'all. Right there. I am only going to vote for her because she's a black woman. Nothing else. And she does look like she's in my generation. She looks my age. I'll take it back. She looks my age. Well, I did say that first. But again, I don't claim y'all. I don't claim y'all. That's what our generation cares about. The race card. And this is why where we're at in this country now. Divided. We're looking at the race card over policies now. And like I said, that's all she's running off of now. Watch him destroy her. Watch, she gets completely destroyed. Watch this.
Because they skin folk, not Kim folk.
Hey,
it goes back to what somebody was saying, where it's not voting for someone, but majority will vote for somebody else just
Hold on. Let me line this out.
I think majority
is it only because she a black woman?
Yeah.
let's put Sex Array in the office.
She's not black, friend. She's not black.
Red is
Wait. Let's just say it don't matter.
Isn't she half black?
Well, listen.
Why does
she have black?
Vote for her.
She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know.
Whether she's half black or
she's half of two of the most prosecuted.
It doesn't even matter. None of that matters. Why? Only because of that.
Because I would love to see a woman in office.
Oh,
Why?
I want to give us a shot. I mean, how many presidents have we had that were all men? Like, let's.
All right, vote for Hillary.
Hey, listen, Paige. Y'all seen what single women did to the black man? Like,
he had to turn off his camera for a second. Bro, it's ridiculous, man. You know? And that's why I honestly, it's a landslide in November, man, for Trump. That is a landslide, man. And where we're at now, and it's her, and it's her fault. Vice president, different face, same policies. DEI. Y'all know how we say it? Didn't earn it.
Hey, hold on. Y'all see how y'all mess up the head of the household? Y'all want to mess up the head of the country? Let's be honest. I ain't gonna say all single mothers, but let's be honest now. We got a prison full of
that is so incorrect. You said single mothers did what to the household?
They messed it up. They gave single mothers a choice. They said, you want welfare or you want the husband to be around. The women said, well, it sounds fair to me. And they took the deal. And ever since then, it's been messed up out here. Can we not agree to that?
I'm so broken, bro.
Watch AD.
Like on everything, on my father's grave. I am so broken right now, man.
Why?
Do you not see how that's a bad idea?
Watch him destroy her. Watch.
Elaborate.
Okay, so
and we got ABL.
We're in 3 proxy wars with some of the most powerful leaders in the world. She failed at the border, in which we have an estimation of 15 to 20 million people illegally into this country. That is literally overtaking and bankrupting Chicago to the tune of over $400 million per year, and they are in a deficit. Oakland is going out of business. San Francisco ditto. California, $65 billion deficit. New York, they're literally cutting trash, in which they are the rattiest, dirtiest city, and they've taken up resources as far as free healthcare, free hotels to the tune of $600 a day. They're literally taking over your schools. Your taxpayer dollars are going to fund the migrant crisis. She was supposed to be in charge of this. We have a failing economy. Every single day I see people getting on the internet talking about $30 an hour is the new minimum wage because inflation is fucking out of control. At one point, it was at almost 10%, depending on what city that you in. She has no policy, no record to stand on. One of the biggest things that she did in her career was lock up more black men than ever before. But we sitting here and vote her in office on identity politics. The very person that she was under as far as the president of the United States of America, she called him racist during a debate, which shows you how fake she is. And the only thing that we can stand on from a policy perspective is whether or not she's black and she's a woman. We did that during the Obama administration, and he didn't do anything for black people. As a matter of fact, y'all complain because the only person that he did, or the only group of people that he really stood for, is the alphabet community, and that's his landmark thing that he's still standing on today. So the only thing that we have to stand on is identity politics. That shit didn't work with Tiffany Henyard in Dayton, Illinois. It didn't work with Karen Bass. It didn't work with Lori Lightfoot in Chicago. It didn't work with Brandon Johnson that then took over her position in Chicago. It didn't work with Andre Dickens in Atlanta. It didn't work with Eric Adams in New York. It doesn't work across the country. Every single Democratic city is a hellhole.
Hit her with the facts.
And we sitting here talking about identity politics?
Identity politics. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Can't make this up. You ain't even black. Because she's a black woman, though. You know? Millions of people struggling around the world. People that are watching this video struggling. And you want to vote somebody in office that has caused this in the last 3.5, 4 years. You still want to vote them in because they will be the first woman president. They'll be the first black, a first color woman president. Disgusting, man. And that's why we're at where we're at now.
And to further help y'all understand,
shit, bro.
Speaking of identity, if y'all want to know who Kamala Harris is Nunu off of ATL. Okay? When it come time to play like she a black woman, she gonna put on her biggest hoop earrings. She gonna put on her Timbs. She gonna tie her Timbs up. I don't know who tie up Timbs. She gonna pull out her house, put them on her greens. And this how black she not, y'all. She put her greens in a bowl so it didn't touch the cornbread, y'all.
Oh shit!
What black family you know who put the greens in a cup so it don't touch the cornbread? Y'all, the woman ain't black. Her daddy was Jamaican. Her mama was Indian. Their relationship stank, first of all.
I thought one of them was Asian.
Second of all, she is not. If Drake ain't like us, Kamala definitely ain't like us.
Hey, can I do a straw poll right quick? Who's voting for Kamala Harris? Raise your hand.
I ain't heard of policies yet. I can't say that I'm not voting for.
So, yeah, that
nobody voting for Kamala Harris. You got one person. Is that it? Out of 10?
It's too early to really say for anything.
No, man. It's over, man. Look, the Democratic National Convention is in August. And by August, they got to have their person. They got to, ain't no too late. You already know you're going to vote for it now. So look, who's voting for Donald Trump? Raise your hand.
You're muted, Anton. Anton, you're muted.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem with that, though, ABL. We are liars. We listen. You know how many people.
I want everybody to be honest. I want everybody. If you,
it's not gonna happen, ABL. You know how many people. You know how many people gonna admit that they actually supported Black Lives Matters? 0. You know how many people actually admit that they voted for Biden? 0. I do straw polls all the time, and people lie.
ABL sound like a woman. Y'all just be honest. I ain't gonna get mad. Like nigga, stand for the lie, nigga.
Well, I can say that I was definitely one of the people who voted for Obama because he was black. I definitely was one of the people who said I was going to vote for Trump, but in the end voted for Biden. I was one of the people who, when Black Lives Matter first came out, I was hashtag BLM and all of that.
Carrie!
I'm being honest.
Because she being real. She being honest.
Your decision.
And the reason that I did it, I was raised a Democrat. I was raised that way. My dad he was a campaign manager for our local councilman. We had to go knocking on doors. We had to pass out flyers.
I want y'all to know I can relate to her in a way. A lot of y'all know my story. You know, in a Democrat, my family, we voted for Obama. You know, but I didn't know. I was a little kid, a little boy. I wasn't too little, but I was a kid, still a little boy. You know, around that time when he got in office, I was a little kid. You know, and I didn't know anything. All I knew was, a black fella as a president. Okay, that's history. I like it. I didn't know what politics was, so You know?
I worked for a Democratic assemblyman. I was raised Democrat. So I was just kind of following along. And then finally, thankfully, when COVID hit, I think Kevin Samuels started kind of talking about some stuff with politics too. Like some of the people who I started listening to during my time down, I started understanding certain things, and it dawned on me, I really don't know what Barack Obama did while he was in office. So I started researching and I started learning, and I'm like, oh my God, like a lot of the stuff that I have had issues with the trans, like that whole world stemmed back from that administration. And then some of the stuff, and I'm not saying he didn't do good things, but my point was it was eye-opening to me at how like totally oblivious to real issues I was, and how I was just following along with the crowd. And the thing about the internet is you can find your home. You can find who to watch, who to listen to feel good about your decision. You can find your space. So you can't even really go online to educate yourself. You really, in my opinion, have to kind of be like a lone wolf to really figure out what's going on in the world of politics. So lately what I've been doing, and ChatGPT is my best friend. I've been talking to him about every candidate, like in all possible ways. I've been watching all of the congressional hearings,
her imaginary
I call ChatGPT is Enrique. I call him Enrique.
No, that's what I call him. You know, ChatGPT is engineered software. It's not really true artificial intelligence.
We don't have to. It's that no point in arguing that with me because I love ChatGPT. So listen, the point is that the point
I give you a free game. You can take it or not. It's fine.
It's not. I got you. The point is that what I have been doing, I
ChatGPT. I tell you, man, man, my people is lost, far gone, man.
Go to all of the different websites where they are supposed to list like what the presidents did while they were in office and what they're standing for. So long story short, I promised myself I'm going to make my vote based off of me doing my research, one, and then two, I had to ask myself, what are the most important issues for me? So like the other day when this whole thing with Biden happened, one of the news people were like, you know, Kamala, she's so vocal about the whole abortion thing. And that's like the big item. And I'm like, okay, I can care about that, but in my scope, that's not the most important issue. So,
and that's all we've heard. These last 72 hours, am I wrong, y'all? Or this whole week, all I heard is abortion. I haven't heard anything else.
So why that's not a draw for me. So I had to really wind it back and be like, what are my top issues? And then what are like the country in general's top issues, and who's working more closer to those issues? And after I do all of that, whoever I come up with, that's who I'm going to vote for. I'm not going to let it be because somebody told me to, or because I'm black, or because my sister's an AKA, or because I'm not going to do any of that this go round.
So who you voting for this time?
I don't know yet. Right now, I don't know. Now that Kamala is in the running, I got to research her. I was currently researching Biden, Trump, and RFK. And to be quite honest, I watched the debate like 3 different times. And then I saw that that Elon Musk streamed it for RFK to do the debate as well. So I watched that debate. And of all the 3 of them, I read what RFK was talking about resonated the most for me. So I started researching him. And then I learned, like, I kept saying, well, why is he not even in the debate? Like years ago, there used to be a bunch of Democratic candidates during their debate and the Republican, and now we don't even see him. And he educated me on how the Democratic Party changed the rules on how you even become a candidate. And I didn't know you could do that. So I've been in education mode.
Ultimately, what happened with the debate, the reason why he was not up there is because he was polling at a very low percentage.
Very low.
Joe Biden was winning all the primaries by like 98%. That's the whole thing. He did not have enough support from the Democrats. RFK is a person that's seen as a centrist or a moderate, maybe even conservative, not really a Democrat. He was not popular among Democrats. That's why he was not anywhere near Biden in the primaries. and there's more people in debates in the primaries before you get to nomination time. They just had the RNC recently, but it nominated Trump and JD Vance. So we're pretty much on the home stretch. It's only going to be the president and the challenger debating. It won't be anybody else.
Yeah. But why not?
Because
before what was it? The last election or the election before that, it was a panel of like
that was
during the primary.
That was what?
During the primary. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay, so you know where the primaries were, right?
But who was up there during the primaries?
Okay, a lot of them. But in the primaries, see, in this case, there was not any challengers. There were not any true challengers to Joe Biden. There was a
but you know how you're saying there's not true challenge. What I'm saying to you is the determination of a true challenger, according to what RFK said, and then when I learned about them changing the policy, the determining factor of if you should really be up there or not, from what I saw, what I read, has been changed. The way it was determined has been changed. Have you heard that or read that?
RFK will tell you a lie. Don't believe everything he says.
No. Note what I said. I said RFK said it, and then I went and looked it up.
So what did you find when you looked it up?
What I found when I looked it up was that they changed. I'm not gonna say all the wording correctly, but what I found was that they changed whatever the process is for determining who the Democratic candidate is gonna be. It was changed or I don't know what word, but I'm gonna say changed for lack of a better word. It was changed during Biden's presidency. Have you read that?
Nah, and ultimately
check that out and see, because from what I gathered,
one second. It doesn't even really matter, because ultimately the primary tells you the story, because Biden would get 98% of all the votes in the primary. RFK and Marianne Williamson were like getting 1% and 2%. It was not even close. They had no chance. So it wasn't no point. There was no true challenger. Like I said, RFK is not a person that's very well liked in the Democratic Party. He's kind of a centrist and may appeal to more moderate people like yourself. He's not going to appeal to the masses in the Democratic Party, or quite frankly, the Republican Party, because he has some very far leftist views. So the ultimate thing is, it doesn't even matter what rule was changed. He was never going to be on a debate stage because he had no support.
So here's my point in going into this space. What I learned in starting to do research on the candidates was all of what we're talking about. So even if what you're saying is so, the fact that I'm now understanding, I think to 2K's point, the vote, if you will, is really, really, even if it gets to the people, it goes through a lot of filtering before it really gets to the people. I was naive. I thought.
What did he say?
What filtering you talking about?
He talking about the popular vote versus the electoral vote.
All of the stuff that you just described to me, and all of what I'm gathering, like even the way that Pelosi, the way that I hear people talking, the way that, especially when I watch these congressional hearings, just hearing people who are Democrats and people who are Republicans, the way that they talk, it sounds like we have more of an influence on the direction that things go than just getting people to vote the way we want them to vote. That's my point, is that I started to learn that it's not so go vote, your vote determines who's the next president. There are levels that happen before you even touch a vote. So again, it was an eye-opening moment for me to do my research on on everybody, because I also don't subscribe to, well, just because let's say RFK is not going to get a lot of the vote, then let me not vote for him. Let me vote for one of the two people who are going to get the most vote. To me, I get how that makes sense, but I also see where that still is guiding your vote. That's not a true vote. The people who really resonate with him or with somebody else, they should vote for that person.
I mean, you could do that, and that's fine. I say that's your right. You vote for whoever you want to vote for, but being realistic, if somebody is polling that next to 0%, it doesn't make any sense to vote for them. Ultimately, you got two choices to pick from, because as a nation, we're not really that intelligent to know about individual policy. the average person is going to vote who they think is supposed to vote for. Okay, I vote for the Republican, I vote for the Democrat. It'll be those in the middle that you got to convince. And having too many options just kind of makes things difficult. And ultimately, people are going to go in one direction. They're not going to be too fragmented. That's usually how that goes.
I agree with you with that, because that was me. I totally agree with you. So then the question is, I guess if you want to win, you play into that. So Kamala is playing into the notion that, look, most of these people are gonna follow me because I'm an AKA and they're AKA. They're not gonna look at nothing I did. They're gonna just roll this way. Then these people are gonna follow me because I'm the next Democratic option. They're not going to vote for Trump, so they're going to vote for me. Like, I definitely think that a lot of them are playing into the fact that people are going to vote ignorantly.
It's more to it than that, because Kamala Harris already ran for president. Do you remember in 2020 when she ran? Do y'all remember that?
Huh. She ain't do good.
I was gonna say,
hit him with the facts, AB. Hit him with the facts.
I met her at the DNC convention of 2020. It was actually at my.
What she smell like? Black or Indian?
It was at my school in Houston, and so that is when I had my first like real life political experience, is actually going to the convention. I didn't have any friends or roommates that wanted to go with me, so I went by myself. Sat in the front on the floor. I was able to ask questions, like I said, and meet Biden, meet Kamala, meet Bernie, and that kind of turned my eyes to being a conservative. From after that point, I, kind of delve into Candace Owens, Officer Tatum, Senator Anna Paulina, Charlie Kirk, all of those, kind of those big Republican conservative names. And I kind of just delve into that. And that's kind of how I turned into that conservative mindset. So that is why I'm voting.
I hate what they making the election now. Like, it's basically the AKAs versus the KKKs. That's the narrative that they trying to put against us. And I don't like it because it's not that. It's just not that. I just don't want, and I know that they will, because me and my homies, we used to run through AKAs in college. If they follow some broke niggas, I know they'll follow a successful woman to the pole. I'm saying, Trigger, please don't talk, because their hair is ridiculous.
No, I ran.
Oh man, he John. But y'all can see, man. Anton, he destroyed Paige after she said, "I'm only gonna vote for Kamala because she's a black woman." Look, and she cut her camera off. The rest of the call, unbelievable, man. But let me know what y'all think of that. Comment down below, man. It's good to see some familiar faces, keeping it real. Calling out the truth, man. And it's sad that we're gonna have to hear this, identity politics, gender, and race card, until November. But that's what they're hoping off of, man. Like Vivek said, we're not running against a candidate, we're running against a machine. Boy. But hey, I love y'all. God bless you all and your families. I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. And again, y'all spread the love to one another, man, because people are struggling, man. We're living in some crazy, dark times. Spread the love to one another. We got to come together, man. And we encourage everybody to go out and vote. Go out and vote, man. Time to get back on track. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.